Hi, I'm Ella Joyce, and I'm nominated for Best Actress in a Featured Role for King Hedley II by August Wilson, directed by Michelle Shea, and produced by Safina Brown. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, which is where I grew up. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and I spent a lot of my summers there. So I sort of claim both cities as my hometown, Detroit and Chicago. But I went to school in Detroit. I went to Cass Tech, and I studied in the performing arts curriculum. And I went to Eastern Michigan University, and I studied the dramatic arts program there. My family was always supportive and hopeful for me being in the business. But I had to leave Detroit at the time I was coming up as an actress because there just wasn't enough opportunity or any outlets really to pursue the craft. So I moved to New York, and I was there for about 9.5 years. And actually, I moved to California first, then I moved to New York. Then I moved back to California with a show called Rock in the 90s. And I've been there ever since, so I'm pretty much a Valley girl now, out of California. Yeah, my family is out of Detroit. My father was a hard-working factory worker out of Detroit, Michigan. He worked for General Motors, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom. As a matter of fact, I just left the Detroit Public Theater literally last month doing an equity production of Dominique Morisseau's Skeleton Crew with a complete Detroit cast who was just phenomenal. We got just phenomenal reviews. And the play takes place in Detroit dealing with the factory. So it was a wonderful experience because with the Detroit actors and the dialect of Detroit speaking from Dominique's play, it was actually wonderful. So I really sort of had a feeling of my father hovering over the stage, telling me how proud he is of me, you know, coming back home to do a wonderful play, and then coming back from that and being nominated. When I got here, the first week I got back, I got the call that I'd gotten nominated for doing King Hedley earlier this year before I did Skeleton Crew. So I'm feeling pretty excited right now. People are noticing my work, theater work. You know, I've been in theater for a long time. Some people know my work for years, and I'm always thrilled when people come up to me and tell me they remember me from Two Trains Running, or you know, some play I did long ago, Crumbs from the Table of Joy, you know, something like that. They remember my performance. But I always do stage, film. I go back to film. I do television whenever it's offered. I don't have one medium over the other. I like them all. I love theater. There's nothing like doing theater for a live audience. The experience we had here at the Matrix earlier this year was phenomenal, just phenomenal. And I used to run into people and they would tell me, girl, I heard you was killing it on that stage earlier this year. And then to hear I got a nomination is just wonderful. And then some of these people tonight were telling me they heard about my work in Detroit, that I just finished working at the Detroit Public Theater with Skeleton Crew. And the word got around how wonderful the production was. So my family is very proud. They all came to the production in Detroit. My mother flew out here earlier this year to sing King Hedley. And something you may or may not know, I did the original production of King Hedley. I played the younger role. I played Tanya originally. And that was a while back when the play first came out. Of course, August was alive, so I was in the world premiere of that King Hedley at the Pittsburgh Public O'Reilly Theater, and that was in 1999. And now I'm playing Ruby, who was the older role. There's only 2 females in the play, and so now I'm playing Ruby, and I got a nomination. So I'm pretty excited. So many people inspire me, not just one individual. I'm inspired by everybody I meet. I'm inspired by the young people that are coming up now because they are so filled with the desire to want to be great artists. And so I love working with them. They inspire me to continue to want to do my best for them. And then people along the way that inspired me, the late great Ruby Dee. I got a chance to do Checkmate, Ron Milner's Checkmates with her over at the Bermuda Arts Festival before she passed. And it was just a wonderful experience working with her, talking to her about the business. She shared so many things with me. Rosalind Cash, who played my mother on the show Rock, was a fabulous actress. Matter of fact, growing up, I used to look at Rosalind Cash and picture myself as a young Rosalind Cash. One day that I wanted to be like her. And one day she shows up on the set and she's playing my mother. I mean, that was really wonderful. And Roz shared a lot of things with me. She always told me, and I've never forgotten it, Ella, whatever you do, you're so talented, never stop doing theater. And I've taken that to heart. She said a lot of these people get caught up, you know, and they become stars or whatnot, and they think another form of the genre is beneath them. She said, never stop doing theater. Theater will keep you grounded, and it will continue to nurture that wonderful gift that you have, that wonderful craft that you have. And so I've never forgotten that. And, you know, she passed, God rest her soul, but I keep doing theater. I have taken her advice. And whenever I do it, I'm always happy that I did because it inspires other people. I did Crumbs from the Table of Joy by Lynn Nottage at the Goodman Theater in Chicago several years ago. Matter of fact, I've done it quite a bit. And I got a Jefferson Award for it. The people just loved it. Whenever I go back to theater, it sort of fuels me to get ready for my next project. And there's just nothing like theater, you know. It's our oldest form of moving art that we have, is theater. It's very important. And I'm excited that theater has gotten to be so wonderful here in Los Angeles now. You know, it wasn't always quite like this. And it's really gotten a hold.